Yeah, absolutely. Normally, I always like to wear the point jersey. This is what I work for.
Sever your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.
We are ready. We are ready. Are you ready? Let's give you a little something in the background there. Just can't have like a blank background. I thought I had my background there, but it's gone. So let's select my background really quickly. There we go. That's what's up. So let's crack on with this. So day 2 of the tour, Down Under. Say with your legs media, thank you for joining us. Stage 2 was a humdinger. For the most part, it wasn't that exciting. Breakaway got away for, got like a 6-minute lead. Those guys took the KOM points. But back behind that, there was a lot of action. There was somebody brand new coming to the scene and reminds us a lot of Tadej Pogacar. And the funny thing is, he's on UEA. So I'm watching this kid and what he did today. I'm like, I didn't know UEA had that trick in the bag. Trust me. It's just like, okay, if this kid is what he showed today and he can deliver for Tadej in the tour, oh my goodness, it's going to be on and popping. So the last 2 years that Jonas has won the tour, basically he's just had the backup. So now it looks like it's going to be it might be even Steven, and then with Roglic in the mix and stuff. It's I can't call it. I cannot call it. It's going to be exciting. So let's jump into this young man, Isaac Del Toro Romeo, numero uno. And how did things start off in the day? So we start off with, basically we go back to the sprint points, and this is like, as you can see in the picture, there's like a line where that's Isaac. He's just about to cross the line, and you have the Jacob. Is Jacob Lula? It's still Jacob Lula, and it looked like they had gotten the sprint. And I think, like, from what the commentator was saying, there's a line that's in the back of you can see. Let me get my arrow out so you can we can, because I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. So there's a line back here. You can see the line back here. So if you look at the video and you watch back the race, it looked like after they crossed this line, everybody pretty much like set up. But Del Toro, he kept on sprinting, because he, obviously clocked that wasn't the line. This was the line. So he took a 1 second bonus because there's 2 riders up the street. So that was the first part where, like, Del Toro, like, he had a pretty eventful day, and he sort of went under the radar, but he's no longer going to be under the radar after today. So as we get further into the stage, this is the second sprint point, but this time Caleb Ewan is going for that second and trying to deny Isaac Del Toro Romeo that bonus second. So this leads me to thinking, if what should I call him? Isaac Del Toro, Romario. We're gonna see what everyone calls him. But Del Toro seems like the catchy phrase. But it almost seems like they have eyes on the GC. And, so because what's his name that won it last year is not here, right? Also riding for UAE and to defend the title. So it's just like, it just seems like, okay, it's up. It's just down to the guys that they know already. But here comes Mr. Del Toro, and he's sprinting for that second, but Caleb Ewan pips him out to take that second off of him. So as we can see, get into the line. And Mr. Del Toro was like all up in Caleb's kitchen, Caleb's kitchen, trying to get past him to the point where he almost ran into his back wheel. And then in the process of that, I think he just touched the back of Caleb's paddle or something. Or something happened where his chain jumped off and made his bike jump and everything, and he lost the gel out the back of his bucket and everything. So yeah, so further on into the race, we got like 4 kilometers to go. There was just a punchy little hill where one of the Aussie guys went to the front, picked up the tempo, and basically like the group, they had a climb that was like 10 miles from the finish, and on that climb they upped the tempo. They upped the tempo a lot, so the bunch was pretty much halved. So this is half of the group, and then when we got to this it's like it was almost two more little punchy hills just before the finish. So at this point, you got Israel Primo Attack on the front, driving the pace. So and in that effort of driving the pace, and they sort of got to a point where they crested, the power where they couldn't push out any more power. Then Quinn Simmons, the U.S. rider, he jumped to the front, and then you got someone from the decathlon team. He jumped on his wheel as well, and they sort of got up the road, and it's like 4 kilometers to go. And Quinn's the type of guy you don't give him that you don't give him that space. So all the commentators are like, oh, is it going to happen? Is Quinn going to win the stage? So as you can see, they got a little bit of space, and it was looking promising. I was like, oh man, these two are going to ride up the street, and they're going to get away. So there's your leaders, Bastian, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, and then the American Quinn Simmons. So, and they maintain that gap, all the way to 1.4 kilometers to go, still at the front, still pushing hard. And as you can see, like when the group is spread across the road like that, they're not at maximum speed. They're definitely not at maximum speed, because everyone's still like watching a little bit, who's going to go. And when they're at speed, somebody's on the front, and it's usually thinned out a bit more than that. You maybe get 2 or 3 abreast, but not that wide abreast. So people are back there trying to decide who's going to be the one to burn their matches to close that gap. And so like I'm missing a bunch of pictures, but basically you can see the hill in the background. Let's get my arrow out again. So you can see, like, this is the hill. They just came down the hill right here. But just before they got to this hill, the guys that were on the front were riding really, really hard. And, it was strung out. Like I was saying, like I showed you the picture before where they were spread across the road. But they were strung out. And while they were strung out, Mr. Del Toro, who took the opportunity, he was just like legs, like just like, he looked just like Tadej Pogacar. I mean, just like Tadej Pogacar. The same way Tadej like flings the bike left and right. And then even at the end, like, he had the little puff of hair coming out of the top of his helmet when he was sitting there like being interviewed. It's pretty cool to see. But that was pretty awesome to see. Mr. Del Toro just rolled away, and then once he got the gap, he kept going, because basically everyone was surprised, like who is this? What's going on? And people, Jay Vine was his name. That was the name of his rider. But people just didn't know what to do or how to react. So he did get the gap. He did surprise everybody. But his speed compared to everyone else was like, everyone else was sleeping. It was just like, it was pretty amazing. So he actually managed to make it to the finish line, cross the line, and then the reporter was trying to interview him, and like obviously his first interview, his first World Pro Tour win, like major, and he just was like, I don't know, I'm just so surprised. And then one of the other commentators was saying this is the first time someone said they have no words, and he literally had no words. He was just so shocked. And I can imagine all of the UEA team, Tadej Pogacar, and everybody's rubbing their hands like the Tour de France. But he's but the Tadej's doing the Tour and the Giro, so that's gonna be interesting. But I just see so much for I'm just is what you need is like people that are this strong and a talent that's this strong. So now he he got one of the Yates brothers, and now he's got a Del Toro. Like, man, it's gonna be fire. And I have to check out as well to see, what Del Toro is classified, what he classifies himself as, a climber, an all-rounder or a sprinter, because they were talking about like his sprint's pretty good and everything. So this is him at the finish of his teammate congratulating everybody, and everybody was pretty excited. So, and that's him on the podium, getting his prize. He's from Mexico, first Mexican rider to win a stage of the Tour Down Under, and again, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go on to do some amazing things inside of Europe. So, and then he also got to take over the leader's jersey because he was the first one across the line. So he now leads the Tour by 2 seconds, and I really like, because the funny thing is, like, someone said, like, they were interviewing the Jayco guys, and the goal was to try and win every stage and to win the Tour. And I got this funny feeling that they ain't gonna win anything, no stages and no Tour, because we'll see. I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse, but I think Mr. Del Toro has something in the bag that no one was expecting, because the way he shut off today, that was pretty amazing. That was pretty spectacular. So let's get rid of Mr. Del Toro's name, and we're going to introduce yes sirree, your sprints point leader, Podium Gourmet. So he finished 4th today. Benny finished 4th today. So him finishing 4th gave him the lead in the points. Do I have the list of the points up here? I'm not quite sure if I do. Let's see. I don't want to take away Benny. So this is the classification. We give Del Toro his due. So Del Toro is leading in the classification, and Podium Gourmet is actually 7 seconds behind. He doesn't have eyes on trying to win it all because there's some pretty big climbing stages, but I'm pretty sure if he could end up on the podium, he'll be pretty happy with that. But then he's got to get around guys like Yates and a few of the other climber guys. So I think it would be pretty hard for him to finish on the podium overall. It would be amazing, but at the moment, he is the current points leader. So what is our next stat? So that's the polka dot jersey, which is being led by Luke Burns. And he's an Aussie. He's Australian, so Australia's loving that. So the polka dot jersey has got white polka dots in a limey green color. It's pretty cool. The ochre jersey is the leader's jersey, which is pretty unique name, and I like that. Australia's coming out the bag a little bit different. So we're gonna bring back Benny's name. So, and there's the points leader. So Benny has 41 points. Corbin Strong has 39. Caleb Ewan has 37. Isaac Del Toro, because of his win today, he got a bunch of points. And his I think one of the intermediate sprints was points as well. Was points. I think one was second, and one was seconds, worth seconds or time, and one was worth points. So I think that's the reason why he has 31 and not 30. So he sneaked in a point somewhere there. And he got Samuel Welsford. He's what's it, Borehansgrove? He has 30 points. So you can see that's just the one win. So the win is 30 points. And you got Phil Bauhaus with 25, Danny Van Poppel with 24, Max Kenter with 24, tied on 24 as well, Stephen Williams on 22, and Jonathan Narvaez on 18. And he rides for Ineos, and he's from Colombia. And it's looking like he's going to be doing some pretty spectacular things as well. People are just looking forward for him to be doing things. Like he already won the first race in Australia a week before this, and Ineos looks like they're gonna have a nice season. It's gonna be really this season is going to be fire. That's all I'm gonna say. This season is gonna be pretty exciting. So just going back to Sorry, Benny, gotta bring the Toro back. Oh. Oh, the screenshot. I'm sorry. Wrong one. What happened? Okay. I lost. Okay, there it is. Anyway, so if you see, this is Isaac Del Toro. Sorry about that, people, but this is Isaac. This was early in the, like, not early in the race, but towards the end of the race. He's at the very back of the peloton, and I don't know if he just like went to the bathroom or if he had a little issue, but he was just on the back, and literally, you had no idea that he was even in the race. And I think I have another picture of him up close. So yeah, and he's just at the back. He's zipping his jersey up. So this is how the race started for him, and it just he just did something that no one was expecting. No one was expecting. So now Mr. Del Toro, he's won the stage. He's the leader of the race by 2 seconds, and it's going to be a good race. I think Benny has a good chance to take the points jersey because he's very consistent. Like, he's showing that, like, he can finish third or fourth regularly, even if he's having a bad day. So I believe that Benny, he can do what he has what it takes to stay consistently high enough to stay up in the points. And when it gets to some of the climbing stages, I think he will also benefit from that, collecting points where some of the other sprinters will get dropped off. So that's about it for today. Thank you for joining us. This is Enes Luby, Say It With Your Legs Media. Remember to hit the like button, turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And always, 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 my guys, Supacolour, they do my they do the presses, the vinyl things for my heat press or my t-shirts and the hoodies. Supacolour, I guess, is, if you want more information about them, just hit the link is in the bio. And also Vice cards. That's a business card that I use. I don't buy paper cards anymore. Vice cards basically has an NFC chip in it. Just tap it to your phone, and then also you can also put the barcode or whatever, the scan thing into your phone. Sometimes I use that. Sometimes I use the barcode. So yeah, check them out. Like I said, thanks for watching. And until tomorrow, stage 3, let's see what happens. Let's see what other surprises are going to happen tomorrow. Because tomorrow is supposed to be more of a sprinter stage. So let's see who's going to come out. Is it going to be Caleb? Is it going to be Sam? Is it going to be my man Benny? We see what happens. We see who does what. Alrighty? Thank you for joining us. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, people. How could I forget to do what I had to do? There's one thing left, the most important thing. Let's bring up Benny. Okay, so let's bring up Benny, and then we just need to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Normally, I always like to wear the point jersey. This is what I work for. So yeah, I'm happy today to wear this jersey. No, I'm a bit disappointed because yeah, I tried to survive all the way to the finish line, and then unfortunately in the last 500 meters, I hit to Alaphilippe, I think his foot, and then my wheels is almost. Sorry for that. My wheels is not straight anymore, so I lose a lot of speed because of that, and then I couldn't do my sprint. But to be honest, today the UAE was the strongest, I think. Yeah, I just do my own pace because I don't want to explode myself, and then I'm just looking my computer and just focus on my watts. But luckily, I think I survive in the good way, and from that one on, I think it's the race is already start to full gas, and we don't have enough guys to control the race. But yeah, that's what we can do today, I think.
And there you have it.
Seven Year Legs Media, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.